Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my second tutorial on computer networks. Here what we are going to see is we are going to see the basic characteristics of computer network. Now let's go ahead and see what it is. And before we learn the characteristics, let's look at the things we are going to learn from the chapter. Upon the completion of this session, the learner will be able to understand the need for fault-tolerant networks, understand the need for scalable networks, understand the quality of service, know the importance of security in computer networks. Now let's go ahead and see the characteristics. Basic characteristics of computer network. The first one is fault tolerance. The second one is scalability. Third one is quality of service. Fourth one is security. Now let's go ahead and see one by one. First, fault tolerance. Fault tolerance is basically the ability to continue working despite of failures. Ensure no loss of service. Let's look at an example for this. Let's say you are going to home from your work, and let's say when you're going to home from your work, a route is closed. So what will you be your option? What will be your other option that you will take? Will you go back to it? No. You will actually find another shortcut, another route that actually can take you to home. So that's basically the fault tolerance. Now let's see that one is as an example in networks. Now let's say this guy wants to send a message to Amazon.com or access Amazon.com or something. Now let's say he actually to go to that he's going through this path like wireless router, router 1, router 2, router 5, switch and web server, but router 1 failed. What's the other option? What's the other option we are going to have? Instead of going to by this way, it's going to go this way, like it's going to go wireless router, router 2, router 4, router 5, switch, and then going to reach the Amazon.com. So that's what we are talking about. That's what I mean by fault tolerance. Now let's look at the next one. Next one is scalability. Scalability is the ability to grow based on the needs, have a good performance after growth. It's basically, let's say you have 10 computers connected to the internet or something like that. The internet doesn't slow or affect your your experience because you have a bunch of things connected. That's basically the scalability. One of the major example for scalability is internet. Right? The internet. If you look at internet globally, many devices are connected to the internet, but still the internet is welcoming new people, giving the scope for new people and stuff. So the internet doesn't care how much people are still coming into the internet. So it's one of the major example of scalable network. And another thing is, let's say you connect 100 devices to router 3 and still the performance is same as one device connected. That's scalability. Now let's look at the quality of service. Quality of service is basically the ability to set priorities, manage data traffic to reduce data loss, delay, etc. Now let's look at an example for that. Let's say VoIP phone. VoIP phone is basically voice over IP phone. It's not the phone similar to the landline phone. It's similar to actually WhatsApp. Like you connect this phone to the internet and talk through that. It's similar to WhatsApp. WhatsApp and other messenger, those kind of things. Those are functioning on the internet instead of landlines. Now that's what we are talking about. Now let's say this guy from voice over IP phone connected to another voice over IP phone, and here another guy on the computer trying to send an email to here. Now the router let's say through the router 1. Now the router 1 has to decide which one to send first. That actually the priority. Which one, by affecting which one is going to cause more damage. Like for example, like the answer is basically it's gonna give the priority to voice over IP phone, because voice over IP phone is like real time talk. When you're talking with another person, you don't want to be disturbed. But when you're sending email, it can delay a little bit. So it doesn't prioritize that, because email is not as important as having a real time conversation. So real time conversation shouldn't be delayed. So it's going to give the importance to this voice over IP phone. That's basically what we are talking about by saying quality of service. Now the next thing is security. Security is the ability to prevent unauthorized access, misuse, forgery. Not only the prevent, also provide confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Now let's look at the next example. Let's say you are sending very important message like personal, um, security message, like secure, or something related to password, or something that is secure to Amazon. And you are once you are sending from this computer, and once it's reached this point, there are good guys and bad guys around the world. So the bad guys are basically we call attackers. Attackers can steal your stuff, like steal your information and do something with that. So let's say the attacker target root 3, and he can actually get you information from that. So the information you are sending the Amazon is actually got by an attacker. That's very dangerous, because he can do anything with that. That's why security is basically, what do they do is, once you type the information, like that is very important. Once you type it, it's going to convert into a different format that you and the final person can only read it. It's going to convert into a different form. That's how the passwords and all those kind of stuffs are done. You convert into a different form that the person in the middle cannot see it. That's what we are talking. That's what we are telling when we talk about security, and that's basically it. So we basically studied the characteristics. That's basically fault tolerance, scalability, quality of service, security, and we have seen all of them individually. I hope you guys find this video helpful. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video.